Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm gonna talk about in this reaction video is about the situation with Tyrese Gibson going to jail for unpaid child support payment. But I'm not gonna do what everybody else is doing. First, I gotta show you what has happened recently. But what I intend to really do is explain to you why Tyrese Gibson will always have these type of problems with every woman that he picks unless he sits down with a man like me to break things down and tell him what he needs to hear and not what he wants to hear, because what he needs to hear is gonna hurt him, okay? The other thing is I'm gonna be breaking down both male and female nature in this case, the negative and the darker parts of both natures. And I want to show you how they are working together to cause all this misery. But first, let me get into what is happening so that those who don't know will know before I go ahead and start breaking things down systematically, okay? And this is for educational purposes only. Hold on for a second, y'all, as I put on y'all screen. Can you dig it? Boom. All right, I gotta cut this one down. Let's get it.
Tyrese Gibson has been arrested for unpaid child support for his 5-year-old daughter, Soraya, with ex-wife Samantha Lee. In a Fulton County court hearing on Monday, Judge Kevin Farmer found Gibson in contempt for not meeting the $10,000 monthly child support payment mandated in April 2023. The judge ordered Gibson's arrest, and he was handcuffed and removed from the courtroom. Gibson can avoid jail by paying $73,000, which includes $7,500 for Samantha's attorney fees. On Instagram, Gibson criticized Samantha's legal actions as goofy and claimed his innocence, arguing that a prenuptial agreement from their 2020 divorce should cover all financial obligations. He also accused Samantha's lawyers of not reviewing his bank statements, instead relying on his film credits to assume he was wealthy. Although Gibson has been paying around $2,200 monthly, this amount is well below the court's order. Reports indicate that he is working to arrange the payment of the $73,000, which may lead to his release from custody in the near future.
Okay, that's first one. Now the second one, I'm gonna let him speak, and then I'm gonna start breaking things down. But I want to make sure that those who don't know what is going on with him. That's a lot of money, $10,000. Now, what trips me out about the system is that you gotta pay for your ex-wife's attorney fees, and she's paying them to go at you. So she taking your money to pay the lawyer. It's crazy, but let me play this other part, and then we're gonna go and start breaking things down about female and male nature. But I want you to hear what he has to say first, so it all makes sense what I'm trying to say to you.
The child support payments, did you ever get those lowered? Because I know at some point it was the whole thing like 20K a month.
I've never paid 20,000 a month in my life. Is what
Okay.
she's asking for.
That's what she was asking for. Got it.
But without realizing that there's no child on any level that needs 20,000 in Atlanta.
Right.
Truth be told is she makes about 160,000 a year herself. I do really well for myself. If you get into the actual needs of the child, our daughter will never be without. So
Yeah.
if you're gonna leave me and you and your lawyers are now trying to take my life with you.
Now understand this, all right? His ex-wife makes over $160,000, but she wants $20,000 a month from him in child support, but the judge mandated that he pay $10,000 a month instead, and he wasn't paying it. Now, why is she fighting so hard for child support right now? You want to know why? For the past 4 or 5 years, she has been challenging the prenuptial agreement that she signed with Tyrese. It wasn't under duress and all this other stuff like that. But for 4 or 5 years now, and Tyrese has said this himself, he has spent an over excess of $500,000 on his lawyers to contend with her lawyers. And since the prenuptial agreement is so ironclad, I don't know what he put in this prenuptial agreement, because most of these prenuptial agreements are challenged by most women now, and they are winning now. That's why you need to get an asset protection trust instead of a prenuptial agreement, because an asset protection trust, and you look it up, will protect you better than a prenuptial agreement. And the great thing about an asset protection trust is that you can have that without her knowledge. She don't have to know. With a prenuptial agreement, she has to know that she has to get a lawyer, and you gotta get a lawyer. But with an asset protection trust, you could do this behind her back. You do more things, you figure that out, you research that, but that protects you better. Long story short now, she's fighting harder for child support because she's unable to break the prenuptial agreement. Cause if she was to win the prenuptial agreement, she would make millions of dollars. I just want to say that before I start breaking down this female nature thing, but I want y'all to understand why she's fighting so hard for child support now. And she's going to get it because now he been arrested and he can't be released until he paid his child support that's in arrears, the $73,000, and a portion of that is $75,000 late fees. Attorney fees that she gotta pay. And then there's gonna be some late fees in that too when I think about it. Yeah, let's keep going.
There's no alimony. We had a prenup. I'm confused as a mother. We had a baby, and we're sharing this baby, so let's just make sure the baby is okay.
Okay, now let's get started on the nitty gritty. I'm gonna show you an example of Tyrese picking another wrong woman. How he gets embarrassed, you might have heard about it, but I'm gonna break it down, trying to find it for you. This is one of the most embarrassing things that any man has to see or say when he comes into the world and say, "This is my woman. I love her." Now let's get it. Listen to this whole thing.
We made that.
It wasn't my type at all. My type was actually Paul Walker recipes.
Now think about that, all right? He's on here happy and bragging about meeting up this woman, right? And she's embarrassing him, telling him that he was never her type. As I've always said, for the new subscriber, I gotta say a lot of stuff over. If you are her best choice, the chances are you're not her first choice. The best choice is the person who looks better on paper, who has the most assets and the most resources, and the one that would be considered the ideal person to settle down with. That is the best choice. Majority of time for women, the first choice is the man who never got his act together, who is always abusive or cheating or running the streets. Just someone who was immature and did not want them the same way that they wanted them. It doesn't mean that it was immature, I take that back. It just means that they didn't want her. So she can't have what she wanted. The first choice was her type. So she settles for someone who is not her type, which is her best choice. Now, let's break down types, okay? What is a type? A type is not what you think it is. A type is simply something that consists of, consists of three components. Type, consists of physique, behavior patterns, and fashion. Let me break that down. When a woman finds a man that is her type, he has the right physique, whatever the physique is that she likes. If she like men that's over 6 foot or 6'5", that's the physique she likes. For example, the behavior patterns of the type is the swag and the demeanor, how he reacts to things, the things that he likes, the things that he don't like, things like that, things that she finds commonality with. That's the behavior pattern of the type. The fashion is the look. For example, some women like the thug look. Some women like the preppy boy look. Now, it's important to understand that you cannot be lacking in any area of these 3 components of the type. You cannot have the 6'5" height that she likes, have the swag that she likes, but have the preppy boy fashion that she doesn't like when she likes the thug look, okay? So when a woman has a type of man that she's attracted to, he has all 3 of those things. That's normally the first choice of man that she considers to be with. But the best choice usually is lacking in one of more of those 3 components of the type. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Now, Tyrese. Now, for y'all who are new to my channel, I break down simps like this. Simps are not one and the same. I put simps in 2 categories. I put a simp in category 1, which is the sucker simp. In category 2 is the lame simp. Let me discuss category 2. A lame simp is someone who is socially awkward, has no game, no mouthpiece, get nervous around women, may not be too attractive, may be overweight, don't have enough charisma to keep a woman's attention. A lame simp will use his assets, his resource, his money to get the attention of a woman and to use those same things to keep her attention. He is the sugar daddy or just the dude who spends money to keep her coming back. That's the lame simp, because he has no personality, okay? Category 1, the sucker simp. The sucker simp, and I want you to hear me good. The sucker simp is the good man majority of the time, okay? The sucker simp is the man who is genuinely a good person, who genuinely cares about this woman, who genuinely wants to love this woman and see the best for that woman. These type of men sometimes will be stepfathers to children that's not theirs. Just because he loves that woman, he's willing to love that child. Now, the sucker simp most times is the good man. The good man that black women are saying that don't exist. Okay? The thing about a sucker simp is he is blinded by his gullibility to a woman's wicked manipulations. He does not see that the woman is using him. He does not see that the woman don't really care for him, but she's using him as a springboard from one level of lifestyle to get to the other level of lifestyle. So, when you're dealing with a woman like this, she looks for the lame simps or the sucker simp. Which one is best for her? The sucker simp. Why? Because the sucker simp doesn't have any clue that he's being manipulated or used. The lame simp knows exactly what it is. He knows that he's paying bills. He knows he's doing X, Y, and Z, and this is why she is messing with him. But the sucker simp could be in a relationship with one of these wicked ass Jezebel women for years and then go to divorce court and lose it all. Okay? So I wanted to break that down because Tyrese is the sucker simp. His ex-wife Samantha even said that he has never abused her verbally or physically or committed adultery. He has also concurred with what she said before on different interviews. So what she had was a good man who was a sucker simp, and as you see with this new woman that he got right here, or the ex-woman that was new at the time, that's embarrassing him, telling him that he was not her first choice, that he's a sucker simp there because he's on here kiki happy. He want to tell you how he met this woman. I slid into her DMs, and also sliding into a woman's DM is almost the same thing, if not the same thing, as cold approaching. There's a certain way of doing that on the internet to where it's not cold approaching to get what you want, but that's a different story. You can call me for that, and we can mess around and get a life coach, cause I do that too, and I done told men how to get that cracking right there. But anyway, long story short, this man is hurt because she's smiling. She realized after she said that petty, stupid stuff that he's hurt, so now she's gonna try to clean it up. Now, I done gave you some game. Let's continue this video, and I want you to watch his face. You can see it right now that he's in pain, he's hurt, he's embarrassed, and listen to how emotional he's gonna become because of it. Let's keep going.
But he wasn't my type at all. And my type is not white. I'm just saying I was more interested in and everything.
Don't touch me.
And even when I met him, I was like, he's
touch.
kind of old. I just like his smile. It's pretty.
His
Personality.
This shit went really bad, really fast. I'm getting off live.
He didn't understand the Instagram model thing, so he would always talk down.
So you wanted the homie, you didn't want me.
Another thing to consider, the type of woman that he's choosing at the level of success that he has. He should not be choosing Instagram baddie models. These are hoes. I know you don't like what I said, but they hoes. Anytime a woman is willing to show you her body for money, she's no different than a prostitute or a stripper in the strip club. She's a sellout to her own dignity and chastity and purity, okay? Period. Even people who be on Facebook who are not social media guru type thing, and they showing their breasts and their buttocks for attention, those are whores. They have the mindset and the behavior patterns of prostitutes. Period. Now let me go ahead and get to Samantha Lee, his ex-wife, and I want to break down some of another part of female nature. And I'm gonna show you how she's very manipulative. And dudes eat this shit up. You have to have an alpha male showing you shit. You got to. All right, let's back it up. Now pay attention to what's finna be said right here.
Do you think you still would have actually gone through a divorce? Okay. No, this is what we do. This is
Exclusive, baby! The truth about the matter is that if I had different people in my ear at that time, I would not have made that decision. No. And that's the truth. I was very, very hurt. I was very angry. And I remember when I made the decision, I was like hysterically crying on on the phone with my attorney. I was extremely emotionally intoxicated. I'm an extremely emotional person, but I know women specifically, there'll be moments where they'll be like, I'm ready to be done, I can't stand this, he don't do this, and we're just focusing on these things. And because you don't have a certain person in your life to check you and say, sis, what about this? What about these strings? What about what he's not doing? That can get you thinking about the positive aspects of this person that you may not be thinking about when you're upset. And so in those moments, you need somebody for that person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let me break this down for you, Jack. That sounds real good. And I've heard that before, and I said, yeah, that's right too. And I had to think a little deeper about that. Women will say whatever needs to be heard in order to get the type of attention and the position that they're seeking for. A woman knows if she says some shit like that, she opening herself up to a possibility where men will accept her and forgive her because she's trying to tell you that she made a mistake by listening to other people, alright? A woman or a man cannot talk you out your relationship if you want to be in it. Did you hear me? So, for her to come on and say, look, I would still be with my husband if it wasn't for outside influences. If it wasn't for people, the wrong people, being in my ear, telling me shit like that, what that does is causes Tyrese and other people to feel sorry for her because it paints her as a victim, as someone who is gullible, as somebody who just didn't know they were just led astray. So it makes Tyrese and people like him, the sucker simps, heart open up and say, look, you made a mistake. I know you're a good person. It could have happened to anybody. So it's really, as my daddy said, it's buttering them up, making it, softening their hearts so they can receive more manipulation from that woman. So she can slide right in and say, thank you for forgiving me. I will never do this again. I can't believe I did that. So she's saying what the world wants or what she thinks the world needs to hear so that she can remain a victim. The whole time she got this man arrested for back child support, and she's trying to go from $10,000 a month to $20,000 a month in child support, and she still is challenging the prenuptial agreement to this day with her own countless lawyers, okay? So that doesn't sound like a woman who is remorseful, who wants to reconcile, who want to get things straight. It sounds like a manipulative woman who is trying to play her cards the best way that she can. Okay? This is what this is. Now, if Tyrese, if you watching, reach out to the Jeremy Hill show so I can give you some straight game. And I'll teach you how to avoid your next Samantha Lee, your next ex-wife, your next woman that embarrass you on lives when you go broadcast, okay? Because I like Tyrese. I do. I really believe that he possibly is a good man, a successful man. But at the same time, Tyrese, I'm gonna have to put my foot in your rectum to get you where you need to be. Because you're lacking, boy. You're lacking. And you need some real teaching so you can come out that shit. Because what's going to happen is you're going to keep picking the wrong woman over and over again. And you're picking women from out of being hurt. And you're picking women based on how they look, their aesthetics, instead of searching for substance. That's why you got this other woman telling you, oh, you wasn't my first choice, I wanted the white boy. Because you didn't choose her based on substance, you chose her based on how she looked. You chose her based on her curves like many men do. And then they get into that situation, they become emotionally attached to a woman and they can't get away from a woman. Do you realize you can become so emotionally connected and attached to a woman that you can't walk away from the woman? That the only way the relationship will end is if she leaves you? And for many men that get so emotionally attached to a woman that even when she is the relationship, they can't accept it, they become stalkers, and they will delete her, delete her new man, delete the kid that she had with the other man, and delete themselves behind him because they look for the wrong things in a woman. Beauty fades. Beauty, what is in the scripture? Favor is deceitful. Beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Now, for the new subscribers, I don't really talk about scriptural stuff throughout the week. That's usually for my live streams that I do have whenever I have them on Sundays at 5:30 Central Standard Time. That's when I begin to mix spirituality into the type of content that you normally see me make. I mix my wisdom that I've gotten for about 47 years of living on this earth, what I believe God gave me in the scriptures, from the Apocrypha to the Holy Bible tour, whatever. That's when you see that type of stuff, okay? But I just wanted to say that men have to stop focusing on the outward appearance, okay? Because the outward appearance is not what's harming you. It's what's on the inside, the content of their character, like brother, what's his name, Martin Luther King used to say, it's the content of the character of the woman that's ruining your life, that you allow, okay? So, I hope y'all learned something from this today. I thought I'd break it down a little further than, I know the video gonna be about 25 minutes, but I really want to break down some of the reasons, the motivations, the reason why she's acting the way she's acting, why he's acting, especially him, why he's doing the things that he's doing. But that woman right there is a very vindictive, evil woman. She destroyed a black nuclear family without cause. The man wasn't beating on her. He wasn't cheating on her. He wasn't being verbally abusive. She and him both said those same things, so I'm not making it up. She just left. Now, either there's another man in the picture, or it goes back to one of my other videos. A woman would do shit that's stupid simply because she feels like it's the right thing to do. Like I said before, if she feels that you're not hitting it right, then she feels she can find another man who can. If she feels that you're not spending enough time with her, then she feels she can find another man that will spend enough time with her. If she feels that she doesn't need you for a lot of money, then she'll find a way to get more money because she feels that she can. And because of this type of thinking, women are delusional enough to destroy good relationships, and then they will go in their minds and they will find a way to mentally justify the destruction and chaos that they have caused because they feel like they can do something. Anyway, you let me know what you think about this content, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all a little later on, you dig? Y'all take it easy now, you hear? Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. And on this channel, we always focus on the positivity of modern women, black women in particular. I'm lying, man. I'm lying. You got me. You got me. I'm talking about putting their business out there in the streets, man. And in this particular reaction video, I have a musty back heifer who's being arrested. So we'll go ahead and see how she turns a simple traffic stop into all hell on earth. 1 second while I put on your screen. Hope y'all doing good this morning. Boom. Uh-oh. Let me get it just right for y'all. Hold on for a second. Let's get it right for y'all.
I don't trust him.
This completely insane woman is about to turn this simple traffic stop into one of the most chaotic pullovers ever.
As you can tell, we have a musty back heifer that is inside of a vehicle, and she is the possessor of a drunken coochie. You could tell she's over the limit. You could tell she's losing her damn mind, and you could tell that she wants to be vocal. And the officer don't know what to do. It might be the first time that he ever encountered the musty back heifer, but he's about to get a hard lesson today. He is going to the school of musty back heifer, hard knocks.
I didn't stop you, ma'am. I don't know why they stopped you. Stay in the car. Get in the car.
woman is right. She talks a lot, and all that talking instead of cooperating is about to get her in serious trouble.
What?
Can I like put my butt right here?
Why are we Dukes of Hazzard in here?
I just
Yeah, why don't you just step all the way out?
The cop doesn't realize it. He don't realize that the musty-back heifer loves to put her booty cheeks on anything hard. It got to get off the softness of the seat cushion, cause every musty-back heifer has this insatiable desire to put her coochie hole and her booty hole and her cheeks on something hard, even if that means that she's sitting on the window part of the car where the window goes up and down. As long as there's something hard that goes up and down, the musty-back heifer is elated. She just can't wait. She can't even just have a normal conversation. She must have something stiff put into her wine because she is a musty-back heifer. Y'all saw that bitch twerk, right? I'm sorry. She has been diagnosed with BV and all other types of STDs. When you are a musty-back heifer, you are the bringer of STDs. You are the receiver of STDs. Again, she must sit on something hard. when the mustard back helper says no. That's how that's how that's how every mustard bag helper reacts when you give them instructions in leadership. When you say don't put that on, don't go up there with your homegirls because they're ratchet hoes. They'll quickly say no. If you tell them to be feminine, they'll say no. If you tell them to cook and clean, the mustard back heifer will always respond with no. As if they are retarded. She's not the driver of the car, but yet she sits on the driver's side of the car.
Don't do the exercises. What it does is it puts you in a position to... Based off of everything. So will you participate in exercises for me?
I am not
Hey y'all, I'm from Texas and stuff, right? I got a question about that car. That like a undercover cop car because that is a nice looking ass cop car. Like it's all red and shit. It like an undercover cop car. Why is she getting into a undercover cop car? I don't know. If y'all have the answer, put that in the comments for me, man. Appreciate it.
Hey! Do not bite! Do not bite!
Let me go! Let me go! I was not driving! I was not driving! Is it really that serious? I was not driving!
You're on the side.
I was not driving! I was not...
With the woman finally being cuffed and in the back of a police cruiser, you'd expect things to calm down. But instead, the officer was in for a car ride from hell.
Nothing calms down when you're in the presence of a mustard back heifer. She will try to bite you. She will try to kick you. Do not ever be in the back of a car or be in the car with a woman who is a mustard back heifer who has a drunken, funky coochie. Can you imagine being this cop right now and there's a drunken coochie surrounding him? Can you imagine being in that car right now and she's mustard and that coochie mustard and she's drunken? I would turn in my badge and good on this day.
Can you hear me? I'm Officer Baden of the Temple Police Department.
Who you are?
I'm now investigating a bit to test your breath for the purpose of detecting flat tire.
Hate you
If you
so
fit
much.
to privilege shall be suspended for a period of 1 year or 18. Your privilege has been suspended as a result of raffle test red, urine, and blood. Additionally, if you refuse to submit to the 10-time request, and if your driving privilege has been previously suspended for a prior lawful test of your breath, urine, or blood, you'll be committing a misdemeanor. Refusing to submit to testing is admissible as evidence in no criminal proceeding.
This motherfucker sound like Pee Wee Herman. No, no.
You wanna provide a
I hate you.
you sign one for me? Yeah.
Hopefully next time this woman gets pulled over, she'll just listen to the police instead of twerking for them. The suspect was charged with a DUI, resisting an officer, and battery. If you like this...
Yeah, baby. See, this is what happens when you have a musty back heifer with a drunken vagina, and then she likes to eat Pookie's booty. See, when they eat the booty, they lose their damn mind. The booty juice goes through their nose and through their mouths and up their throats, and then somehow it lodges itself inside of her brain. And then the booty juice starts to have all its workings and its magic that goes on in the mind of a musty back heifer. So therefore she's addicted to the booty juice of the booty. So now she will always be in this situation. She will always find herself driving down the street late at night, blowing the horn, looking for booty to eat. That's what she's going to do. All the time while she's having a drunken cooch. Anyway, man, y'all seen this shit, man. I ain't got nothing to do about it, man. I didn't make this woman do this shit with her booty ass. Yeah. Pookie up there right now waiting for her to eat the booty. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later, man. Y'all have a good one, man. And everybody out here, y'all be safe now. You hear?
Yeah, what up, Chuck it up.
For the ones ensuring the job always
Yeah,
gets
bro, I
done,
ain't got
and the
the
ones
Xbox
wearing many
One,
hats.
man.
Grainger offers professional-grade industrial supplies and real-time product
Some
availability.
regular life
Call
gaming on
clickgrainger.com
this side,
or just
brother.
stop by. Grainger,
Old
for the
school,
ones
man.
who get it done.
I'ma let y'all youngsters get the vibe in the 6s and the 7s, PS7s, and lead that. Let y'all youngsters lead that up to y'all, man. I'm proud of y'all, though, man. I get on Donkey Kong, a little wild Chuck.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show.
Y'all
If you're
later, man.
easily triggered, leave now, because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm gonna talk about in this reaction video is how modern women, black women in particular, ruin relationships. Also, how they put men's lives in danger. Yeah, we're gonna get into that today. So let me